Hello and welcome to episode 201. For this video I've come down to Chad Lakes. I've not been here for probably just over a year now. I'm joined by Ben. If you're a long time viewer you'll recognise Ben from about a year ago when we was at the monument.
Yeah.
Catching seagulls. And we're also joined by John, Ben's mate. So 3 chances of fish being in the blog this time.
I'm a noddy, so
we're here for a little over 24 hours. It's going to be a sort of a 36-hour session, sort of.
Yeah.
But I'll be packing up kind of midday tomorrow, so by the time I am fishing it probably only will be 24 hours of fishing for me. Ben's got a rod out already.
I'm nearly there.
And I haven't even got anywhere close yet. Right guys, not going to waffle on too much, try and keep the blog short and sweet. So to something carpy happens, let's go fishing. Right guys, for this session I've just tied up some new rigs and made up some new PVA sticks as well. I'll show you the rig. So we're already baited up, so we've got really basically a basic knotless knot rig, a wide gate straight point hook, a 5-inch hook link of soft coated braid with just about sort of 10mm above the hook stripped back for the flexibility. And then for the bait I've got a tiger nut tipped with a bit of imitation corn. The tiger nuts I'm using, of course, Hinders, and they're the new Beta Nana and Beta Lin tigers, which are on test at the moment. And then before the rig will go into the lake, I'm putting a PVA stick on it. The PVA stick is also the new Beta Nana stick mix, which is again on test at the moment for us kind of Hinders bait team. I only made this up a couple of days ago. Like I say, the new test Beta Nana stick mix. I used about 1 kilo of the stick mix, and then I added about half a kilo of 2mm low oil pellets. And then to dampen the stick mix I used a bottle of Beta Nana. God, you're going to get fed up of me saying Beta Nana, but the new Beta Nana test oil as well. And then also a bottle of Beta Nana food glug. Right, could I say Beta Nana any more times? But so yeah, so that's the stick mix. Obviously it smells Beta Nana-y or banana-y. But yeah, I made up a new stick mix. This is going to be now my winter stick mix. You've seen me using other stick mix before, which are sort of quite dark in colour. I like this colour because this time of year now, when a lot of the lakes are you know, they've either got dead and dying weeds, or you know, the trees are losing their leaves and are at the bottom of the lake. They go black, brown, dark colours, and the colour of this over lake beds which have got a lot of dead and dying weed or leaf mulch now, this is kind of a nice contrasting colour, so it will make your rig kind of stand out nicely against the dark background of, you know, how lake beds normally are this time of year. So I've just got to put the PVA stick on my second rig. I say second rig, there is only 2 rigs because Chad Lakes has a 2 rod limit, which if you've watched previous vlogs of me here before, you'll know that's both exactly the same. And then all I need to do now is put the anti-tangle booms on the hook links. It's also a no leader rule here. No leaders of any type whatsoever are allowed here. So I've just had to change it on my rods because I still had leaders on my rods from my last session, so I've just had to cut them off and put rig tubing on. And there we go. 2 freshly tied rigs ready to go. Right, what I'm going to do to put my rigs out, I'm not going to cast out. I've brought with me my baiting pole, spoon, whatever you want to call it, and I'm in peg 12, so I've got that margin all to my left. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to spoon my rigs in to keep any disturbance in my swim to an absolute minimum. What I'll do as well is once I've dropped these into the spoon, I'll put a few boilies in, just a handful, maybe crush them up, and that's how I'm going to put my rigs out. Right, I've got to make me spoon up, so let's get on with that. Right then guys, we are probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours into the session. And I've had my first fish. There we go. No, it's gonna flip, So, there we go guys. First fish, nice little common, £17.10, right hand rod. Oh, don't flip. There we go. Nice little starter. Right, let's get a few pictures, get her back, get the rod back out. Right guys, fish number 2. Only about half the size of the last fish. But twice as pretty. Certainly not going to break any records this fish, but it's a pretty little fish, a catching fish, and at this time of year when bites are hard to come by, that's what counts. Let's have a look at the other side. It's almost like a little, like a double row linear. How's about that? Pretty little scamp. Right, let's get her back so we can get the rod back out. Right, that's that rod back out after having that fish. And as small as he was, he gave me quite a bit of a battle. It was a bit of a one-toner straight from the off, but yeah, it didn't give me time to sort of grab the camera or anything, because where I'm dropping that right hand rod close to the them tree branches out there that's overhanging the lake, he went straight under that tree and amongst all them branches, so I had to quickly pick up the rod, run round the side of the bank and basically pull the fish from a different angle to try and get him out from the branches. But we did it, we got him out, we landed him, gone back safely. So I'm going to learn from that mistake, and what I've done now is the clutch on that right hand rod, because I am dropping it so close to them overhanging tree branches, I've locked up the clutch up tight now. So basically now all the fish can take is just basically the drop of the bobbin now. Alright then guys, John's wound in a rod. He's making some little changes. What little changes are you planning on doing, mate?
Well, I've had no luck out in the open water, but I've been basically just feeding up the margins ready for the evening. Completely changing my up bait. I've gone for very simple DNA nutters. It's got like a cured salt onto it, and I'm just hoping that will drop nicely on the edge of that reed bed on the margin.
Inside margin or island margin? Inside
margin. Nice and tight, probably only a foot off the reeds, because that's where I've been putting plenty of bait on. And fingers crossed it might just nip me a bite in the evening.
Put much bait out on that spot?
A few handfuls of boilies every sort of few hours across today. And earlier on I put a little bit of hemp on there because it's got a bit of chilli spice to it. Hopefully might draw them in, murk the water up a bit, and encourage them to feed. Fingers crossed.
What type of rig are you fishing with there?
Just a real simple, like I used to, like similar to the German rig, but it's got a plastic screw on there for putting a boilie on, pop up onto. This is actually a bottom bait. This no pop up in it whatsoever.
But a lead clip system?
Say again?
Lead clip system?
Yeah, simple lead clip system. It's always my sort of go-to trusty system. I don't like to veer off too much into anything else. Try and keep it as simple as I possibly can.
Simple's normally the best type of rig.
If you overcomplicate it sometimes, it's well, if you overcomplicate things, it doesn't always plan out in your favour. It's better to keep it simple. Right. No splash. Just nice and quiet.
Yeah, that's the advantage of using the old baiting pole that I'm using.
Definitely one to be invested in, I think.
Yeah, cracking bit of a fishing armoury to have in your, well, bit of kit to have in your armoury. It's definitely put more fish on the bank for me in situations where it's been needed. There we go, guys, and Ben just doing one of his rods as well. And like John, he's also dropped it to his right hand margin. Oh, good morning, guys. And bit of a quiet night last night. Nothing happened during the hours of darkness. Before everyone turned in for the night, I did say to John and Ben, obviously, if they get anything during the night, to give me a shout, obviously, so I can come out with a camera and film it. But I had no wake-up calls, so I'll presume that they haven't had anything. I say presume because 9 o'clock and they're still in bed snoring their heads off, guys. So I'll be packing up in about 3 hours time. So I think this morning what I'll do, I'll wind the rods in shortly and just redo the rods on some fresh tigers as hook baits, refresh like new PVA sticks just for the fresh attraction. Like I said, so it's only a 24-hour session, this one for me, so I will be packing up in literally about 3 hours time. Right, guys, swiftly moving on to what seems like it's going to be a regular new feature in my blogs, and that is shoutouts. Everyone seems to be asking for shoutouts now. I've done one or two, and everyone seems to be asking for shoutouts. So whether it's going to become a regular feature in my blogs, I don't know. Right, I have to go to the messages in my Facebook. Right, we will start off with shout out number 1. And this one comes via Susie Edison. and this one is for Susie herself and for Rocky. So hello Susie and Rocky. And the next one is for Hayley Luxton, which is the girlfriend of I'm sure a lot of you probably watch Southwest Carp Hunters videos, does the Weekend Wife box. Hayley is Leon's other half, so yeah, so hello Hayley. Weekend Wife box. And make Leon do one, he hasn't done one for absolutely ages. Right, next shout out comes via a Lee LP Sav. And it's for your mate Kevin Brooks. So hello Kevin, let's go fishing. Right guys, looking through my messages, that's all I can see. I'm sure I've had a few more shout out requests, so if I've missed anyone out that's messaged me in the last week or so, I apologise. If I have missed out any shout out requests, give me another shout out request and then I'll try and get to you. So I apologise if I've missed anyone. I'm sure I have had more than 3 shout out requests, but I think I'm going to have to start copying what MAFT UK does and keep a little book on him all the time, so as soon as he gets a shout out request he writes it down there and then in a book, so he doesn't have to keep referring to his phone all the time. When he does his blog, then he just goes into his little book and all his shout out requests are there. So I think I'm going to have to take a page out of MAFT UK's book. Not literally, because if I did that then then he wouldn't be able to know his shout out requests if I took a page out. Oh, we have some life further down the bank, guys. They're awake. Oh, I've just done an update saying no one gave me a shout in the night. I presume that's because no one caught then.
I'd say that's pretty safe to say, that's correct.
I was right then, guys.
Yeah.
Nothing from Ben either.
I didn't hear anything go on, no.
He's still asleep now, isn't he?
I'm assuming he ain't dead. It's pretty cold.
So, yeah, so that confirms it then, guys. No fishing tonight for any of us.
Not ideal.
There's a rod length up against the bivvy, so I presume you're doing something.
Yeah, I'm going to make up a zig.
Oh.
Try a zig.
Oh, different.
Yeah. Just going to try something completely out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I have caught on zigs here before, but it has been in the height of summer when the fish have been on the surface, like, so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what I do, because we've seen them like showing a little bit, but they're not splashing out the water, which, like, yeah, when you see these little bubbles around, they're either just cruising on the surface, or they're just coming, you know, or they're coming up for a bit of sunlight, but it can't be the sun because we haven't got any.
No. In fact, we actually had rain last night, guys, as well, and that wasn't even forecast, so...
But you never know. Try a zig, nice little black foam.
How tall off the lead are you thinking of having it?
Well, I'm trying to go about a foot under the water.
Alright, so probably about
3
4...
foot this way, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe about 4 foot, I think, maybe. 4, yeah, 3-4 foot, could be right.
Anywhere around there, give it a try and see what happens. Fingers crossed it might bring something. If you do something out of the ordinary, it can either bite you in the backside or it can work.
Yeah, like I say, it's always worth trying something different when nothing's happened, isn't it?
Yeah. But the bottom's not working, so...
Right guys, that's both rods now redone. Like I said, I haven't really changed much. Just fresh tiger nuts, fresh little bit of fake corn at me, little pot of fake corns that I've got soaking in my beetle in. New PVA sticks, obviously, for the fresh attraction. Right hand rod is in exactly the same place, you know, up against this tree. I don't know if I've got the point right. Somewhere up against this tree, you know, where I had the 2 fish from yesterday. Then the left hand rod, which was just, I was putting halfway up the margin up here, I've moved that, and that is now, it's still up against the margin, but it's now also up by that tree where I've caught the 2 fish. But so the 2 rigs are now virtually fishing sort of side by side now, almost kind of, I don't know, 6 foot apart from each other. So yeah, just right hand rod exactly the same place, left hand rod up against the tree, so just tight to the margin. And Ben's finally awake, guys.
Morning.
What are you doing, mate? What's going on here? Looks like you're doing some at Carpy.
Just freshening up one of my rigs or so. Yeah, tied up boilie, topped off with a bit of corn. Just to try that. I'm going to move swims. I'm going to try the edge of the island now, because I've had nothing since I've been here, basically.
Right, well, come back to you when you're putting your rig out then.
Yep, right up.
Put you under pressure then to make sure you get your cast right.
You didn't see my first practice cast, did you?
Or the in the tree?
Yeah. I was just going to say, yes, it's in the right place without you know.
Oh dear.
It's a noddy.
Oh, looks like the camera was too much pressure for him. Oh, oh, he got the rig back.
I don't know what's happened there.
Was so what happened there, Ben? Was the camera too much pressure for you, or was it just top noddy in?
I think it was the wind, to be honest with you. The wind that we don't have.
The absolutely
calmest lake you've ever seen. I'll do another PVA stick again.
Here we go, guys. Take 2. Oh, oh.
I'm having enough now. I'm not feeling like it today.
That'll do. Some top noddy in there, Ben.
What a disaster.
Here we go, guys. See if he's a lot better with this rod than he was with the last rod.
Well done.
Oh, we go. First time.
Well.
Right, guys. I've come to the end of my session now. I am still currently fishing, but as soon as I finish this bit, the rods are coming in. These lads are staying on for a few more hours yet. They've got a bit more time on their hands than I have, so
it's a bit more desperate, I think. Very.
So if they do catch anything after I've gone, then I'll pop some photos up after this little piece. So hopefully you catch some, and there'll be some photos to show.
Hopefully it's crossed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a rare 24-hour session for me. I normally do 48s minimum. If I learnt this session, Ben can't cast.
Definitely.
John eats a lot.
That is true.
And the new products I got from Hinders have worked straight from the off, so that's a good thing.
Bonus.
Yeah. Right, guys. Right, a nice bit of a shorter blog for you to watch this time. I'm planning on being back on Aspen Lake next weekend. So till then, tight lines. Hopefully you guys catch some in the meantime.
Hopefully it's crossed. Fingers crossed.
See you later, guys.